Wade's World, party time, excellent.
I guess that
Good
makes me
to be
Garth.
back with the crew. How we doing out there,
Nice.
everybody?
Good
I'm
to
like,
have
oh
everybody
man, I
back.
miss you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been good fun, man.
I miss you
You missed
guys.
a you missed a great show last week.
I watched it and
Oh, did
I
you?
just loved it. I got some stuff to talk about on that.
Very
Uh,
cool.
Gentlemen, well, finally done, sirs. Um,
Yes.
I talk to Sean at least a couple times a week now, everybody, and
Yeah.
good, just a really, just a true friend, and you just gotta kind of respect that kind of person. Like, I just praise my dad on here for what he's doing with our channel. Is just everything that I could have ever hoped. Um, Sean, Sean, and my dad are the two people I know that research the people that I know that research this stuff so hard that it reminds me of something I say to Sean on every single phone call now. I say it to him like twice. And he'll go on some crazy rant or some crazy angle. He's like, but I'm probably nuts, dude. And I'm like, no, dude,
Nope.
we are not allowed to believe in coincidence, everybody. And I heard
Yeah.
I gotta miss Simon too. I heard Simon say it on the live last week. That was that just leads to ignorance. Okay, if you close your mind off to anything, any idea, it's just no, that doesn't exist. That's never going to happen. It's just all going to go to zero. It's got blah 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 blah. Um, no, like Sean and I went so deep down the rabbit hole this week that I mean, I was literally looking up like stuff that was so ridiculous. Because I believe in this thing so much now. It's more of a knowing for all of us, I think, right? That
Yeah.
that just to I'm just trying to go into crazy stuff to try to maybe get us time frames and dates and connections, and that's what being a detective's all about. And that's why, among so many other reasons, you see how much personality and life and vigor Sean has. That it's
Yeah.
infectious. It's
It
really
is.
infectious being around him. I love that guy. And so to see you guys cook was so fun.
Yeah, you were in Vegas with us, and
Hmm.
when we're in person, it's way better, obviously, because you got more time and you're not rushed and you're not worried about the camera and stuff like that.
Sure.
But he sets me off in a way that, like, I, you know how we all research so much stuff and we've been into this stuff and we know it inside and out, but time goes by and you forget little aspects and little tweaks and little things about Ripple and what they said 5 years ago and 8 years ago and this message, and then whoever Garlinghouse said this at this time, and it's like, and then somebody else that you're talking with triggers you on that, and it's like
Mhm.
boom, 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 and
Yeah.
all three of my brain cells start colliding again,
Yeah.
and then it ends up in this like place of like, wow, that's a whole new perspective, dude. Whoa, slow down. Say that one more time, because it makes perfect sense in the moment, you know, and it's hard to get back sometimes to those places if you don't have somebody to help you kickstart you every now and then. Like, you
Yeah.
ask me great questions and I hit you up with, well, what do you think of that, Brent? And it's like there's something about um there's something about playing tennis with somebody better than you are. And
Yeah.
his research skills are off the charts. And it's just, he's better at it than I am, for sure. I,
Hmm.
I have more balance and background in economics, but he has this deep dive angle to him that is just like, and it's this photographic memory of like, well, you said this at that date. And it's just so precise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little rough around the
He's a
edges.
pit
Some people
bull.
had some issues with the F word, F bombs every other sentence, but that's
Yeah.
your problem, man. That's
Yeah, I
who the
was just
man
laughing.
is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's
He's
the
the real
only thing
deal.
I was like, Sean, I don't care, man, but, like, I discussed it with him before. I'm like, "Dude, I
Yeah,
used to use that word quite often myself,
right. Yeah,
but, we kinda like this space, you know? Let's
yeah.
try to preserve it."
Go easy. Yeah,
No, it
yeah.
was great. It was great. Um, so much. You and Simon got rolling on DeFi, and I just
Yes.
wanna kinda start us off down the road here, Dad, with that. Um,
Okay.
I wanna say what up to the crew first. Ahoy,
Yeah. Please.
everyone. Um, we're at the cusp of this massive transformation. We're all seeing it because we follow it just gain steam, gain steam, gain steam. Um, when I wrote down this technology is going to force the old technology to evolve, right? That's what technology does. Okay, you got your rock and your stick and you make fire, and then we make matches, and then everybody's got a lighter, and then now we have like auto start,
Yeah.
fireplaces and whatnot. It the idea of itself, like fashion, it never stops. It just continues. Only with this technology, you get reduction of costs and middlemen and settlement times. You get 24/7 machine. You get built-in compliance, and it just got me thinking about, Dad, like the just deflationary. You used to talk to me about this all the time. Just
Yeah.
deflationary technology. What does that essentially mean? You do something better, you do something faster, and you do it cheaper. And in this case, the better is just this built-in no BS compliance system. We don't need these. That's where the middlemen come in, and that's where the lawmakers come in, and
That's
that's
right.
where all this crap happens. Where we either
That's right.
stay shackled or we stay hamstrung, and
Hmm.
it's just the enticement that people are going to have to go this direction, whether you're rich or poor, into decentralized finance. It's
Right.
already headed there.
Yeah.
It's headed there in such a powerful way that it's like fire and smartphones and all of
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
so when anybody in here, any of us get that feeling where we're like, dude, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I'm is it get stalled? Like, any doubt creeps in there. The stuff that comes across our desk and the conversations that we have privately and on here, and
Yeah.
um to us, it's just like this is just the present and the future. This is what's
It
happening.
it
And,
really
and
is.
we've dug down deep enough with people like Sean to where we literally see that it's been planned basically since I was born. So this has all been in the works for almost 40 years now. So we're talking about the future, not like if, but we're
Yeah.
talking about when.
Right.
Um, and I love that. I
It's
love that
it's
about
it's
talking
very
crypto.
it's a very as we all know, we're so early in this thing, but it's this whole playing dumb by Wall Street thing is really kind of getting old. And I
Mhm.
don't know if anybody's realized or noticed, but we used to have nothing but bad news. We have nothing but good news now. In fact, there isn't one bad news even left, right?
Mhm.
Like even the SEC is getting slapped around and bent over and just no, why don't you guys just sit back, shut up before we fine you yet again? So this entire space is it's laying the groundwork right now.
Yeah.
Okay, the VC, the venture capital money is growing horizontally. And what's about to happen is they're about to release it to the public, but they're not ready for that yet. Because when the public starts to figure out that they're going to be able to make 8-10% 24 hours a day off doing nothing, that doesn't sound like a lot to most Americans or most Western world country people, but around the globe, it's massive. When you can make those kind of returns and you're, I know that's a terrible expression, but third world country, that when you can make those kind of returns and you're used to making $3 a day and you can make eight,
Yeah.
it's
Hello.
it's it's bigger than deflationary. It's revolutionary, and everybody's going to be everybody's going to funnel in at their own time. And Wall Street isn't even ready for it. Big finance isn't ready for it. Banking isn't ready for it. But when they get there and when they slowly release this whole thing, isn't it interesting that they've really been coming after DeFi and staking for what, 2 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, as soon as BlackRock gets in the game and some of the other big players get into the game, I don't know if you guys saw this news. I didn't send it to you, Brent, but it's big news for XDC and what they got going on over there. They're working with the Treasury. Yeah, the Treasury. And they're actually using a form, if you will, okay, of crypto DeFi. And they're getting 5.23 interest rate on US Treasuries purchased through a platform which you can hold in a wallet, which is basically on XDC. And nobody even heard about it. And if you look at the corporate, I sent it to Simon, I sent it to Sean, I sent it to a few people, and I want to say Craig in the chat here sent it to me. And it's just like a list of who's who in corporate money and big business. And it was mind blowing. And then I go over and I race over like we all do, right? I race
Mm-hmm.
over to XDC to see if it's going up, and it didn't even move. And I'm thinking, huh. So Simon said it best. We were on the phone together talking about this thing. And it was so funny because he took the words right out of my mouth, but he said it first. So I'm going to give him credit. There he is in the chat. He goes, "Oh, I got it, Ellen. We're the new China." Right? So think about it, right? So now, essentially, what they've done here, I'm going to put this in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, what they've done is they've asked Japan, China, and all these other countries to buy our treasuries, okay, to support the dollar globally.
Right.
Well, now, who's going to support the dollar? The people of the planet are going to buy US treasuries. Think about it, right? You're going to
Mm-hmm.
buy US treasuries instead of China buying them because you're getting a guaranteed 5.2%, 24 hours a day, online, in your own wallet. Boom. They don't need, if they can get billions of people to buy them, they don't need to get one country to buy billions of them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now they're going to use the people who believe in crypto, the people that believe in DeFi and whatnot, are going to be able to buy not just stable coins, as we're always talking about, right? The RLUSD, right? The treasuries. And that's why they've been coming after DeFi and why they've been coming after the stable coins and why they've been coming after all of that is because they want to release their own coin, which is you back up the US dollar by buying these treasuries. It's brilliant, man. It really, really is
Wow.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a it was a mind blower for me at the time. I was like,
That's crazy.
wow. Yeah. Yeah. Circled the wagons on us is what they did. So
Woo!
great
I
question,
think
Brent. And yeah, Simon and I were laughing about that this morning, actually.
I think I heard Simon say this. I wrote this one down too on the show. Crypto is a stabilizer, and what you're getting into, a lot of what we're talking about, when we're mentioning DeFi, it's like it's for all of us to understand, to start understanding dexes and liquidity pools and staking and essentially incentivizing, the owner, the user,
That's right.
uh, of this. And what is so cool is like what you're talking about, Dad. It's like we're constantly trying to fight upstream, right? It's like you get into inflation and all that stuff, and the cost of things, and the lack of wage, and we're all
Sure.
going further and further into debt, etc. But
Hmm.
when you get something that is appreciating, you're starting to go in the right direction. You're, like you say, you're starting to go into the flow. You want to
That's
jump
right.
into what you want to jump into where the flow is.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it in my life like what we all talk about here. I just and
Yeah.
yeah, we're all very in it and very interested in it, and we could drink our own Kool-Aid all day long, but
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this. This is,
Yeah.
when you like what you're talking about with the connection, just that connection, that wallet connection
Right.
is nuts. And what you were talking about last week too, in one of your videos about the derivatives market. Um, and a lot of
So
us
big.
forget too, it's like how much, they made that real. They essentially like the land, I just call it the land of lost bets. You know,
Yeah.
it's made real enough to where it is this functioning placeholder that systems that we use rely upon. It's part of the economy. It's part of the system,
It
and it's
is.
got to go somewhere. And I loved your point, Dad, that you don't want to put it into as the systems evolve here with blockchain. You don't want to put it into a blockchain or something that's not sound or is going to crash or some meme coin or
Yes.
something. You need something that is hardened, battle-proof, 24/7. This has been planned out for a very long time. It's tested. It's good to go. This is how we're going to do it, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so when we we've really all started to hit on ISO coins, and I think we've all done enough research to where we're seeing all the connections with all of that, in the current system,
Yeah.
and it's their adoptions into it. And the deeper and deeper I dive into that, the crazier and crazier it gets.
It's
So
yeah. It's
everybody, please get into understanding about decentralized finance. I keep mentioning this book, but I'm still just rereading and taking notes and just trying to hardware into my brain,
yeah.
terminology and things like, you know, um, like just a security token. You're thinking about that. You're like, well, what's that used for? Just think of something like that in your mind as like, this is your new ownership certificate. This is your new for the new people out there. It's like your ownership of these assets is your new. This is Alan's right here. This is
Yeah.
Alan's piece
Yeah.
piece of piece of the chain, piece of the system,
Right.
and a lot of other things are about to run on these chains. A lot of
Yeah.
liquidity is going to go into it. There's all of a sudden when the bell goes off, there's going to be a demand for this kind of stuff. Like we don't even we could never even conceive of yet. We've because we
No.
don't we're not in the heads of the other 8 billion people in the world, and we forget how big it actually all is and how many
Right.
digits are out there. Way it's just I was kind of jaw dropped this week just getting into all of it again. It was like it's gonna touch everything.
So many people who are outside, and I see a lot of everybody Northern Living and Life with Glee and Atlantic. Uh, we're all sort of saying the same thing. We're trying to explain it to our friends and our family, and they're not getting it because they're not in the space, right? They it's not the easiest thing to learn. And let's face facts, we all have the attention span of a goldfish now. Like that's pretty much proven, right? So like what happens is they're like, oh man, my life is so damn busy. I don't have time to research something new, Alan. I don't have time. Well,
Right.
they've heard things come and go their whole life long, even if they're 15 years old. They've heard the new thing come along, and oh yeah, whatever. This thing is totally different. And it's different in the sense that it's going to, as we all know, it's empowering people. And it's a concept that no wonder the banks and the system and the politicians don't want it to thrive, because it gives clarity and honesty to a lot of different areas in which they've been able to manipulate.
Yeah.
That's putting it politely.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about like the derivatives market, like that video was about, you
Mhm.
run into what you run into on a principal baseline level of humanity, right? That baseline level is what you and I get is not get rich. What you and I get is it's the perfect application for the little guy. It's the perfect honest tool for the little guy. And it's prosperity without all of it going to the top of the pyramid. It like we talk about, it flips the pyramid upside down to where the more coins that everybody in the community owns, the more the community thrives. And the stronger it creates that when you stake your coins, it stabilizes those nodes and running that node in that network. When people grasp that concept in the future, because like with in the chat, I'm hearing people, blind leading blind. Yeah, I get it. But one day they're going to understand. They're going to go, wow, I, I, I can't believe it took mankind this long to figure something out that is so good that you
Yeah.
and I have already figured out. There's no way they're going to, the governments or the people that are fighting us right now. Okay. There's no way the SEC is going to be able to, or put it anywhere on the ballot. Hey, this is really bad for you guys. We don't want the public to have this because you guys really aren't going to prosper from this. Notice they haven't said that. What they've
Yeah.
really said is, oh, some people, some bad actors have stolen your money. But isn't it funny that the big bad actor had direct links to the politicians and Mr. Gensler? That's probably not a coincidence. Okay.
Mm-mm. We're not
So
allowed
my
to believe
point
in those.
and my point going forward is it seems like that whole page has been turned. And the bad actors, I know there's more bad actors out there. I don't care if you're dealing in baseball cards. There's bad actors out there.
Yeah.
So but the turning of the page for the public is going to be, oh, wow. You mean I can make an income doing that? Yeah. Well, what is it? Don't tell them it's crypto. Just tell them you get into this thing over here and it pays you this much percent. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what's about to happen. It's in the presentation, it's in the packaging, it's in the way we're going to present all this going forward. Because confusing
Yeah.
people about how it all works is annoying to a lot of them because they just don't have the attention with TikTok and the rest of it. They just don't have time. They don't have time for it all. You know?
Exactly, Dad. Even when we tell
Yeah.
people that we tell people it's like, hey, what's your YouTube channel about? We're like, well, crypto, and we
Yeah.
do macroeconomic stuff, life stuff. But like
Yeah.
even with crypto, it's like, what do people really want? They want opportunities that are going to benefit them. If I'm going to spend my time in something, if I'm going to invest in something, it either do me right, in my wallet, or it better be a lot of fun. Um,
Right.
and so yeah, Dad. In the future, it's like getting into all these opportunities, and I love the stuff that people have reached out to us about, and that you've started pursuing and gotten me into, and I'm really excited about sharing all that with everybody. And we obviously want to vet it, and like I've come across opportunities even recently that I just could not. I could have personally gone out on my own and never mentioned it to a soul on here, and probably made some money at it, but the players weren't good. There's a level of integrity that I hear in you whenever we talk about these things, and that I have built in, and that I know you all have, and that you all want for each other. It's just that is this unbreakable, beautiful, prosperous community that
Yeah.
when those opportunities are good, you know, I think it's going to entice a lot more people into jumping in, because crypto, yeah, it's like Slave was saying, like people tell me all the time, like, oh, well, all these people we've all lost a bunch of money, and man, I'm not getting back into that crypto
Yeah.
thing and all that stuff. It's like they'd be much more enticed to, be a part of some opportunity or be shown something to where
Yeah.
it's working through that. There's get them into a small thing, get them staking on something, even. It's like
Right.
getting skin in the game and getting involved.
That's right.
And so I just
And I and
it's
and most
awesome,
of the people,
man. We're on the cusp,
yeah,
everybody.
oh,
I
big
I
time.
I truly feel it now. This is crazy.
Most people, okay, I remember when Amazon just sold books. Okay.
Mhm.
I can remember, I know I'm kind of old guy, but I can remember when Intel was less than $1. Okay.
Yeah.
I can remember those days. I remember when I first heard the word Google. I was told to buy Google when it was pennies.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just remember every time that something came along, I thought, wow, man, that's so incredible. It just can't be that good. It can't be that good. And all of those were. Then Bitcoin comes along, and I hear about Bitcoin, and I heard about Bitcoin kind of late. It was probably, I don't know, a few $100s. And it's a little late. For most people in here, Bitcoin's a little late for a lot of people. I get it. I got that.
Mhm.
But freaking XRP is two for $1. Two for $1. And there's gonna be a day, I don't know when the word Ripple, maybe not XRP, but the word Ripple will be every bit as big as the word Intel.
Yeah.
Every bit as big. So I don't know, what is that? $300, $400, $500 a coin, a
Mhm.
share? It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
And those days are not only coming, they're already here. Like the news is already leaking out about nations and banks and all around the world, and all of them using this protocol. All of them are XRPL, all of them. You don't have to convince your brother-in-law. Okay. Remember the guy smashes the beer cans on his forehead? Forget that guy. Don't worry about him, because you're going to do just fine without him. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you could call him stupid, but was I stupid for not buying Google? No, not really. Just wasn't my time. Really wasn't my time. I didn't get it.
Totally.
Google just sounded like something you would float in a pool on or something. I don't know. It didn't seem real.
My
Yeah.
my dad used to trade on Forex, and I'll never forget. I wrote this down. It was about 11 years ago, Dad. About 11 years ago. We're in your garage in Pacific Beach, and you had a board. You had a whiteboard, and you had started going to like events and things, and you were trying to get Alan hasn't changed. Everybody in this is who he was 11 years ago. None of us changed, really, do we?
Annoying and
Uh, he,
obnoxious.
he
Is that what you're
literally,
politely
he
saying?
literally is like he's trying to master trading on Forex and making it so stupid simple that he explained it to me in about 10 minutes, and it just clicked. And I
Yeah.
remember us both talking about it. It's like, dude, we got the golden goose here.
Yeah.
This is why what we're doing right now, everybody just owning and trying to understand crypto, is
Yeah.
a lot bigger than that. It's because, yeah, you want to sit down 3 4 hours a day and be a trader. Awesome. Some of you probably do it. I've totally looked into it. Um, but you're, you know, you're 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 trading. You know, you're trusting yourself and creating a system and discipline and all these things that, some of us are great at, others are not, most are not. And yeah, you'll make some gains and do pretty well and all that.
Yeah.
But you're understanding and owning the technology that the global economic machine is going to run on.
Yeah.
You have that. It is going to be bigger than Google. It is going to be bigger than Intel.
Yeah.
They're all going to be moving into that. You can already start to see computers being designed for it, not just
Yeah.
AI. It's it's exponentially bigger again because it's going to
Oh,
touch
it
every.
is. It is. It's
Um,
going to touch. It's going to touch the future finances. I always want to like. I mean, I know Elon Musk is a really sharp guy, but he keeps saying that we need to get, we need to just hand money to people, right? Print more
mhm,
money and hand more money to people,
mhm.
because bots are going to take everybody's jobs. Well, no, we have something better than that. We
Yeah,
have this, okay, and we have this, and people are going to be able to generate money through liquidity of this market. And it just seems so crazy to me when somebody that intelligent who, oh yeah, I get Bitcoin, and then he keeps talking about how it's bad for the planet. It's like, well, dude, you're really not all that freaking smart, are you? I mean, if you still think that it's bad for the planet, then you need to do just a bit more homework. But
mhm,
anyway, it's so frustrating because there's so many big people in this world that are yet to come to the space that when
mhm.
they do, and the public will finally go, oh, oh, you mean everybody's in it now? All the actors. Wow. Once all Hollywood gets in, I'll get in, but not until. It's just
Yeah,
like, it's so sad for the little guy because they're always getting crumbs that fell off the table. And it's just sad. It's just like, look, man, I don't care. They're two for a buck. And like somebody said in here, I think it was Atlantic said, sadly, most people won't wait until it's $300 or $400 now. I get that. I do. But a lot of people are going to make a lot of money off XRP. A lot of people have XRP. A
yeah,
lot. Yeah,
a
and a
lot.
lot of it. And I met people with millions of the damn things. And it's just going to be mind numbing when the thing happens to most people. They're all, and then you know what they're all going to say to themselves? Oh wow, I missed the boat. It's too late for me. Which is which is my whole point about Amazon, about Microsoft, about all those, about Bitcoin, about Ethereum. Everybody say, "Oh, it's too late for me. It's too late for. Oh, I can't get it." Well, it's not too late for you to get XRP. It's just not. That's
Nope.
that. If that's a cop out. Now, don't get me wrong. I think you ought to still have some Bitcoin, but depends on your financial situation. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, the price of 2 Jack in the Box tacos. Let's go.
right.
Okay, let's
What are
go.
we thinking here?
What are we
Yeah,
doing?
yeah, and a whole lot better for you.
And so much of the brainwashing, the programming that's gone through everybody's skulls is, it's not real money, very volatile, very all these things. When it goes to those prices, like you've said, Dad, it becomes less risky. They're greater
Does
use, greater demand for it, less risk. You
yeah.
know, we
The
we
billionaires
give
aren't in yet.
we give value to everything, things, to
Yeah,
coupons, currencies, uh let's say gift cards, vouchers, and my favorite, IOUs. Because those are as good
yeah,
as money.
yeah.
And we can't, you can't wrap your brain around valuing something like this just because they haven't taken the time to understand what it is yet. I haven't gotten a light bulb yet. I don't know how Forex works yet. But then you have that great 10-minute time with it, or you see, like you're saying, Dad, everybody around you start to use it, and it's like, oh, why are they using it? Whoa, what is
Yeah.
this, man? What's going on?
Yeah.
Uh, it's
And I think,
oof,
and I honestly
big.
think I,
It's big.
I never, I never really thought this before. Like I owned it years ago. Um,
Mhm.
I don't think I even own any XLM right now, but I'm starting to really feel like, okay, well, if you don't have any money, you might want to buy some of that. Like,
Yeah,
because it's really become like it's written on more and more paperwork that I see.
yeah,
And it's just like, oh, wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And I think that's really going to be the people's coin a lot more than I think XRP is going to be more transactional in between the two, you know?
mhm.
Like XLM will actually run on XRP, believe it or not, in that way, cross border and all that stuff. So there's just so much going on. That whole, like you were saying, the ISO is just anywhere you're in that space. I mean, that news about XDC is just huge. I mean, that's just
Huge.
it's that it's that thing that when you read it, like, okay, for instance, my incredible wife, Elizabeth,
Mhm,
she's so with crypto, and yeah, she likes it and this and that, but it's my thing. It's not really her thing, right?
mhm.
And then when I showed her, I go, well, look who's doing this. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it's just another story. Okay, the US treasuries. Okay, what is that? And I go, well, look what it's running on. And then I show her XDC, and she goes, oh, wait a minute. Don't, oh, the little light bulb goes off. It's like, wait a minute, we own those. Like,
Uh-huh.
and the government of the US is saying, oh, we're going to use this. We're going to use it through this on this platform. And they're going to sell treasuries around the world on it. Like, that's light bulb moments that are just massive. And and then, we get to hang out with Quincy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just so cool because we're that early. We're hanging out with one of the co-creators of the damn thing.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun to be part of this space because if you guys go to the XRP show, you guys can hang out with the guy too, and he's really cool and really smooth, and he's a lot of fun. So
Yeah. Yeah,
get
he doesn't
yourself
wanna
to the
just take a
XRP show.
picture. He doesn't wanna just take a picture and you awkwardly walk away, everybody, okay? This is a real human being who's awesome,
Yeah,
and he wants to talk to you,
he just wants to
and
hang
I
out.
and and I highly advise it because, I
Yeah,
absolutely love that. I love that soul.
he's a good dude, man.
Man,
He's a
I
walking
love it.
computer that has a personality. I know it's a rare combination.
Yeah, yeah. He had the funniest comment the whole weekend to me. It was just, gold. That dude's spinning gold yarn. I talk more. Okay, everybody. I don't bring it up. I don't bring it up. People bring crypto up to me now. Well, here locally, where I live,
Yeah,
more people talk to me now about XRP. Period.
yeah,
That's what comes up.
yeah.
That's that's big.
Well,
Yeah, I honestly, I think if you own XRP or Stellar Lumen, they're home runs. It's it. We used to talk about the buy it low, and then maybe a meme
yeah,
climb up, and that's a home run. Now you've got the long term home run. Again,
yeah.
ISOs, H bar. I mean anything
Hello. Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
I loved it.
And I got to tell this little story I was telling Simon the other day. All right. When we were at the show, remember you and I interviewed Quincy, and we were like, "Hey, dude, what's coming up on the horizon?" And we
Yeah,
did like a little 10-minute interview there with him, and he's like talking about this stuff, and well, there's this big time liquidity going to happen, and what's happening is big networks and big systems and big markets are communicating with us now. Like they're coming to us looking for technology to run their massive systems. And he was real general about the whole thing. So when the camera shut off, I went, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. What are we talking about there? Who are we talking specifically? And if you know the man, he's got that little smile of like, yeah, I can't tell you that, right? I'm not going to tell you that, right? Like, so later in the day, as we were all hanging out together, let's just say that he may or may not have been influenced by some substances. So I tried to get him with the same question, because I worded it just slightly a little bit differently to see if he would, let's say, expose himself, after a cocktail or three, or whatever it was. And he's like, oh, no, I see where you're going with that. No, I already told you. I'm like, well, dude, I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't trying to get information for my people, man. And he's like, yeah, and that's why I'm not going to tell you. Then 3 or 4 days ago, that comes out about XTC and that.
Dude.
I was blown away. I was like, well, no one. Yeah, he wasn't kidding about big markets.
Yeah, no wonder.
And then it just all hit me. So I texted him, and he hasn't texted back, of course.
Alan, no, I'm sorry, Alan. That was written into my non-disclosure agreement.
No text for you.
Sorry about that. Couldn't share with the crew.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, here's Johnny.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Dave, yeah, bro. I love this comment. Guys, I think it's a decent strategy to use meme coins this season in a predatory way. Buy a small percentage of portfolio, then put the gains into ISO coins. Bro, let's go. Let's go, man. That's playing the game right there. And I like it. I like it.
I think what Sheep's going to do is they're just going to keep burning coins until it goes to, whatever number they want it to.
Yeah.
I think it's a penny they're trying to get to or whatever it is. I'm like, I heard they came out yesterday, a couple of days ago, and said, oh, yeah, we're going to burn like 200 million coins tomorrow or something. I'm like, dude, what, man? What are you guys doing over there, man?
We're going to burn the Amazon down tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, I get it,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, smash the like button, guys.
All right.
You know what I learned? What the like button does when it's live stream is it brings more people in.
Cool.
While you're live. Yeah.
Hey, we're at a cool 100 right now. What's going on, everybody?
You know what our last 3 or 4 lives have gotten to like 2,000 views after we get off. It's crazy. I just think that Sunday's a bad time for a lot of people, but they all watch them the next day or two. Yeah, it's cool. Really cool. It really is. Yeah.
I just did a video. I don't know if anybody's seen it on here in the chat, but did a video with Cody from Money Paradise, and I'm really proud of that one because we opened up on a great many things. From healing to crypto to life to strategy to being in our 30s, and living in this world. And there's a very select group of people in my world that I just totally relate to. I feel like they're like me and I'm like them in a really cool way. I feel that way about us, Dad. But like Cody he's just that. Like I can just go deep with that guy on anything. And so really cool chat. Check out
Money. That's a great interview.
Money Paradise video I think comes out today is Cody is quarterbacking the cryptos that he owns. So he's doing full Monty today, everybody.
Oh boy.
What he obviously not the amounts and things like that. But what he's looking at, and what he's gone after. And I think that's such a cool idea, bro. So please support our boy.
If
Because
you guys haven't seen the show, he did. It wasn't really an interview, but I guess you guys called it that. He interviewed Brent. It was kind of a mutual discussion, really.
Yeah.
I saw the first half one day, and then I saw the second half the next day or two, and it was brilliant. Both halves, I mean, both hours of it was quite long, but it was really good. I liked your pace. You guys just got a nice pace and a good flow going, and it was just really good, really informative, and it was really kind of one of those. I liked it because it gave me the perspective of two younger men, where they're at in their heads and where they're at with the world. It was really good.
Yeah. We are in a different spot. You look at it generation and generation, and
Yeah.
decision making, and even that, like my dad's decision making, he's learned that 25 more years of what he doesn't want and how he wants to do things, and
Yeah.
understanding things like this, that I'm excited to keep growing, expanding. And like we were talking about earlier, it's like I don't want to believe in coincidence with anything. I don't want to close my mind off to ideas. I want to let it open up and breathe and listen. And
Yeah, that's right.
And I really feel like we did that with each other in that interview. And you and I have always done it together, Dad. And you've helped me be a much more open-minded person. And we should all encourage each other in that. You all get to say whatever you want in here. Let it fly. Like,
yeah,
we ain't gonna knock you. Like, that's not. And if we are, we're joking.
I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out with you guys, but I should really be over here working.
Nice.
They're unloading the groceries from Costco to put on the boat. But
awesome.
I'm like, no, I've got a very important video to be shot here, people.
I'm gonna circle right.
I have better things to do. How good is that?
That's awesome.
Hey, have you guys polished the back end of that boat yet?
Teresa.
Anyway, that's my boss.
Money Paradise, and all of his videos are. He's got this real methodical. He's that guy's a deep thinker, and
yes,
what he talks about is real stuff. He talks about real life stuff, and he's going through it. Like I'm going through it too. I struggle to buy crypto month to month, struggling. But it's the good fight. It is the good fight, because we want more for ourselves than others, and that's what I know about him and you, Dad, and all these awesome people in here. Peaky, I know that about you, Peaky. I love you, bro.
Dude, that Tomato Pete, that's hilarious, dude. That is actually so real. It's so funny. Did you read that, Brent? Put that up about.
Oh yeah, here we go.
That's hilarious. It's so true, man. It's like, dude, I was the last guy into that coin. Damn it, it's dead already?
I missed the pump.
Another one. That's so good.
I just thought he was real quiet.
Love it. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, I noticed Sean just got in a little bit late. Sean, you should watch the beginning of the video. It's better for you. We were talking about you in the beginning. Not much of it was good, though, so maybe you shouldn't show it to your girlfriend. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Trini, T.O. Thanks, brother. I saw you were in there. Yep. That's cool. When
Northern, sorry about your Oilers, bro. Sorry. But hey, man, you went 7 in the cup. Honestly, I don't really. I'm such a sports guy. Making the finals in any sport, or the World Series, or or the Cup, or the Super Bowl, that's kind of a win in my book. You kind of won. I know that's second place and all, but
yeah,
is that bad? Is that bad? Is this bad? Like, no,
no,
no, no, no, no. They have the
no, it's
best.
not
They have
bad.
the best. They have the best player in hockey, and they went 7 when they had no business going 7. Uh, yeah, yeah. The
The best
Oilers are
player in
really good,
hockey.
though. Yeah, yeah.
Who's the best player in hockey now?
Connor McDavid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I like that new rookie from Chicago in Chicago too.
nice.
Had it or
Mhm.
had it or whatever his name is. I can't remember now. Anyway, yeah, he's good. So I'm uh I'm thinking somebody asked this question way back earlier in the chat.
Mhm.
I'm really think I know everybody's hoping for this fall is going to be like the big boom. I think we have the whole year of 25.
Yeah,
I really do. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's just gonna. I know there's going to be peaks and valleys, and it's going to go up and down. But I was looking at that business cycle that uh, Raul Paul put out. I was like, oh my god, look at this! And this business cycle is just on this 20-year roller coaster, and it's lining up with 25 big time. So 25, I really believe it's going to be a big kick more. I know everybody's saying, "Oh, they're going to put a bunch of money in the market before the election." I don't know about that. I just don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
especially now, I
Yeah.
don't know about that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That was an interesting week for, American politics. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It, it,
we all always assume that because that's what happens. And
right.
now it's
Yeah.
kind of a big question mark.
Yeah. And I think as soon as they start cutting rates, the typical chart is that it goes down after that, which is exactly right. But it's been going down for a long time. So when they
Mhm,
cut the rates, everybody says, "Oh, well, look, see, as soon as they cut the rates, it gets really bad." Well, that's because the bottom of the dip is about to happen. So it's continually going down. And I know nobody wants to hear next year, but I do think 25 is going to be our big year. I really do. And
yeah. The
nobody
more
wants
I
to see it
the
any
more I
sooner.
read too, the deeper I go, it just feels like that. It just sounds like that. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it
And
feels like September of 25.
but there's so many
Feels
people that I see who are um I see them. It's so weird because you and I, everybody in this group, almost everybody in this group has XRP, and there's so much bad press. No, sorry, so much good press out there about XRP, but so many big channels, YouTube channels and finance channels that are down on XRP. And it's really crazy to me because biggest thing I get, most comments I get are, "Man, are you sure, Alan? This thing hasn't done anything forever, and I just don't understand. I know the fundamentals are there, but number not go up, you know." And it's like, yeah, I understand, number not go up, but
Mhm.
you cannot have the level of fundamental adoption without one day it going up. Sorry, if they said, "Oh no, we decided not to use XRPL ledger. We're not going to use that after all. We're going to go ahead and go to Cardano because we went to XRP, but no, we don't like it so much. We're going to Cardano." If that happened, then I would say, "Oh, okay, then you have a reason to get out of XRP." That isn't
Mhm.
happening. That's not going to happen because the technology is totally different. There's nobody out there that's doing what they do at the level and the speed in which they do it at.
Exactly.
Nobody has.
it's what it's going to be used for. Okay, just look at what it's going to be used for.
Yeah.
It's finite, so it's going to turn into musical chairs. You get musical chairs. There's 100 billion of them, and it's going to be
Yeah.
used for, you know, transitioning, value, money, wealth all over the world. Like
Yeah.
that's what it does. Very well, very secure, very fast, 24/7.
Yeah.
It's that's the analogy that pops into my head every single time. It's just going to be the supply and demand for it that, yeah, it makes sense. Like like talking about like things like Stellar, and like what are we actually going to want to trade with? What are we actually going to want to buy and sell? What are we going to actually want to just hold on to? And XRP to me just it feels like the hold on to. Like we're talking about,
Yes, it is.
potentially a lot of people shaking out at a couple $100, and that's
Yeah.
because all of us are like, well, it's probably going to like $500 or more.
Yeah.
Crazy, baby. It's
And
crazy,
it's
baby. Becky.
the other thing is they have two, it has completely different use case than most of them. And the other thing is it has something that all the other coins don't have, and that's a staff. Okay. They have people that have made all the arrangements. They have all the people that have already talked to all these banks, working at the central banking level of all of this. Somebody asked earlier today what I thought about this whole. I guess it's tomorrow. Is it tomorrow that the year the Europeans have decided they're not going to use such and such stable coin or such and such coin? Okay, I get it, right? Okay.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people in our space throwing Tether under the bus, and I get it. I got it.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with all of these coins is, thankfully, you're going to have the right to choose what coin you feel like using. Because, especially with VPNs, but other things too, other nations don't care what the US thinks or the European nation. I don't know if you've looked around or not, but when you look at what the government of the US and the European nations have done to the people, has it been anything in the favor of you and I? No, not really. So why
Nope.
would I listen to what those guys have to say about the law of what coin I can buy and which one I can't? So
Right.
what I'm saying is, would I rather have a coin that's corrupted by our government and allowed to pay the ransom and you get to play in our park? Or would you rather have the one that they said, well, we don't really like you and you're not conforming. You didn't give us $3 billion to play in our sandbox, so you have to get out. I don't know. Time will tell, and mankind gets to choose who that is and what coin that is. I'm certainly not going to listen to people like Miss Pelosi and the rest of these people tell me what I can buy, what I can't buy, and which coin I should trade in. So I get it that regulation is a good thing for a lot of people, but a lot of people don't understand that regulation is manipulation. That's all it is.
That is very well
And
said, sir. That is
yeah,
extremely well said.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
This
I
this you just explained it, Dad. You
yeah,
you did, and like the day if it happens, pray to God it does not, that
mhm,
a country near you or the one you're living in doesn't say, okay, you people are not allowed to own these things anymore, or we need to confiscate them because of X, Y, and Z. Is the day I come on here and absolutely go nuts. Like that'll be the day that I come unglued, because we have to be the people that you're talking about, Dad. We could continue to be the same people. We can continue to be the people that keep missing out
that's
on
right.
opportunities and not changing the world and not forcing the system that clearly is corrupt and broken to evolve and change.
That's right.
We
Yeah,
have we have to be a part of that change. That's why I will go nuts, because I know how many lemmings are going to run the other direction because they always run that same direction.
That's right.
Why there's
Yep.
been so much oppression. It's why we all have at some point been conspiracy people, and we're like, it's all crooked. You sons of bitches.
Right.
It's
Right. Right.
we don't want to feel that way anymore. We don't want our brothers and sisters to feel that way anymore. Like, it's time to move the needle. It's time
It
to
is.
evolve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't want them to have all the tools and all the stuff to evolve with, because that's never good. Like that, and
No. It's, yeah.
then the people are fighting for the crumbs. Then we're just, okay, yeah, we'll do whatever you want us to do. We'll jump through
Right.
hoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not what brings us joy. It's not what inspires us. I was watching your video, Dad, about riches versus wealth, which I loved. I wrote
Oh.
down.
Oh. Thanks. You know what? It was kind of one of those videos that it was. When they just come to you, you're like, "Hey, I'm going to sit down and talk about this," because somebody brought that question to me.
Yeah,
And I did that one on the boat last couple of weeks ago. And I thought that'd be a fun Saturday release. And I really didn't think it'd get all that many views. Man, the comments about that video were so, thank you all so much. It was so cool. I appreciate you all. Yeah, it
this
was really cool.
this is what I wrote down about true wealth, Dad. Let's preface this with starting from the past, like your past, whatever. Right? I have
Right.
embarrassed myself. I've done things. I've stolen things. Like I've done drugs, drank for way too many years. Like, but but when you can get peace and joy from your memories, when I can remember that 98% of it was stuff that I'm happy with and I'm very proud of, and I was myself. And like you said, Dad, I unconditionally love people and animals in the world and our existence and why it is the way that it is. Um,
Yeah.
so peace and joy from the memories, plus the imagination and intelligence to be excited and at peace for the future.
Nice.
True wealth.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's
Yeah, I
tough.
love it.
Sometimes it's tough to get excited, and it's takes some work to be intelligent. But um, you all inspire me to always keep recreating and getting excited. So thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what's going on with Becky, girl? What
You
is going
got some
on?
you got some energy coming your way tonight, Becky.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of prayers in here for you and a lot of good positive energy.
yep.
So, yeah. And Wayne, thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate you too, brother. It was good to meet you in Vegas.
Much
Yeah.
love, Wayne. Yeah, loved meeting you, Wayne. Becky, I love you. Healing session today.
Yeah.
Today. Um, man, I love you guys. Woo.
Yeah, it's good fun, man. This is a good group.
Yep.
We've got so many cool things on the horizon, guys. We really do. Simon and I started last week. We did a show in my Patreon. We're considering doing that on just regular live streams.
Nice.
So that might be coming out this week, maybe this Tuesday. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm going to be on
I
the boat.
I randomly have to work next Sunday, which I was not tickled by in any way,
Okay.
but gives us those opportunities. I don't want you all. I'm very happy to step aside, here and there and anywhere to have your voices be heard. And
Yeah,
we
for sure.
I love watching you and Simon cook together. I love the second half of the live and the first half with Sean.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we'll have to look into maybe one for next week.
Well, Simon and I are going to be doing a lot of work together. As far as like, we're going to do at least a show a week, pretty much from here on out. But that's going to be about infinite banking, a little bit of crypto in there too, because he and I kind of put it together. I was driving down today, and as you guys know, it's about a 6-hour drive for me. So I was talking to him for quite a bit of it. But the progression of understanding what the Federal Reserve is, and then I better get into sound money. I better figure out what precious metals is. And then you get into Bitcoin, and then you get into crypto. Like that whole progression of your financial education, of real financial education, the exact progression that they should teach in every school, but they never will. Not concludes, but the next step, okay, the next step, in my opinion, is infinite banking. And that's what we're going to try and help you guys wrap your head around and get into next. And then the next step after that are going to be a specific kind of trust. Okay. Not just any trust, not a living trust. Okay. Not an irrevocable. It's going to be a specific kind of trust. So your financial future depends upon your knowledge growing all the time, as we all know. It's not just, oh, when Lambo, oh, wow, XRP went to $1,000. Now I got millions of dollars. Well, now what? That, if you're under the age of 30, is going to ruin your life. Not everybody, but a lot of lives, it's going to really not be good for you. You're going to need some backup and some figuring out what to do with your situation. That's really where we want to help you. It's just educational. We're not trying to say anything that we're financial gurus. We're just trying to help you with some of the mistakes and some of the education that we've learned over the years. And it's really going to be fun. You're going to be ask us just like this chat here. You can ask us anything you want to ask us. So yeah, it's good stuff.
I love it.
That'll be Tuesday nights as of now, pretty much every Tuesday. And we'll put it out there that we're going to go live. Yeah.
I'll be on the
boat
anything you and Simon talk about.
Yeah, it's fun. With Simon, he makes it fun. You know how it is.
He does.
But yeah, Becky, they got me such a high dose of steroids, IV oral. I feel like a meth head.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Yeah, try and keep your soul clear, Becky.
Yeah.
Keep your mind positive and put less reliance upon what they say, is the way I like to look at it. That's me.
Yeah.
We're with you,
Becky. I'm thinking about you all day.
Yeah. There's Wayne's in here, Crypto Truth. We should put the link down below. I don't see Joanna in here, but if she has, put the link down below for Wayne's. He puts out these 3 and 5 minute little quick videos about sound money and crypto. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I can't wait to see those, Wayne. I got to get on that.
Yeah, they're really good. Really good. Yeah.
Hey, boss, welcome in from Holland. My stepdad is Dutch, and he spent his last 2 years of high school in The Hague. Yeah, it's I really would like to get there someday. That's part of the European plan.
That's it. Yep. Diet is the best medicine.
Depends.
Yeah.
I was a phlebotomist, and what I learned about blood, that was the important dietary thing that I got out of it, was we all evolved and on different foods and different places on earth in different bloodlines,
Yeah.
and understanding what your body is kind of built to process and how it best uses energy is definitely a good thing to look at it. But yeah, make it definitely make it bigger. Because that can be very good, and it's right. It's all about brain power too. It's like if you believe
Big time.
what you're eating is good, then it is. The mind
Yeah.
makes it very real, as we know.
Yeah.
Spring water and black coffee.
Yeah. IV of black coffee first thing in the morning. That's
Mhm.
humor. Humor. Nobody try that anally, rectally, or any of those things that people are doing. There's this guy on YouTube that's doing it every morning, whatever it is. I'm just like, dude, really, man? If that's what your show's about? All right, man, I'm cool. Whatever you want to go with. Yeah. And I love the guy's work too, man. Yeah. Anyway, my
We're gonna
phone
try
is,
this new supplement today.
yeah.
Cliffhanger. You can't swallow it, so you know you're gonna be in for a real treat today, everybody.
Yeah.
Just stick around.
Yeah, the coffee enema. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. It's a bit harsh to start your YouTube channel off with every morning, but cool for you. I'm gonna be, as you guys know, on the 4th of July, I'm gonna be on the boat. So I'm probably gonna shoot some little fun ones here and there and just post them.
Cool.
It's gonna be a fun week. Unfortunately, guys, I'm running out of battery. My phone is dying.
Oh no, sir.
I know. It's
Oh
terrible.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get on with
So,
our Sundays.
right? Yeah.
Um,
Somebody's
Lola,
asking
hey
about
Lola,
the,
thanks for all the comments. Yeah, go Solana. I want to see it do well. Glad it's done well for you. Um, love the comments. Love the comments today too, Oak. Some really good stuff in there.
yeah.
Life
Lolo,
with
great.
Bree, thank you for the love and likes and positivity earlier. We get rolling, but we're reading. We're reading. We're with you all.
Oh man, I hope the UK can elect somebody decent. It sounds like
Yeah.
they might head that way, which is kind of cool. I heard Europe Europe's so going conservative now, huh? All right, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Patty McCracken. Yeah, I love it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patty McCracken's in the biz.
Yeah, the infinite banking guys, I'm telling you, it's a life changer. It really is. It's something you guys really need to get into. And then some of these trusts that I'm learning about are,
Yeah.
and don't just get any old trust. You've got to get the right trust because yeah, there you go. That
Or
book right there is 90 pages. And when you read it, take 3 days and then read it again. It's that good. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It breaks down like time periods, like it gives you a long-term view of like it's just awesome. The examples in it kind of reteach you about investing and money making and based on real life kind of scenarios and things that we all do.
Yeah.
Great analogies in there. Um, it is a game changer.
Yeah, it is a game. And then getting the right people, they're all over the US. So, you can get whichever one, but don't just buy life insurance. You have to buy the people who go through Nelson Nash's book because it's not all the same. He did it for 50 years. The guy's in Austrian economics. He studied Austrian economics for 40 years of his life. The man's just cares about you, your money, how to use it, and how to keep as much of it as you can and still live the fullest life possible. I love that about him. It's so good. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of idiots being elected. I know that. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
only idiots run. So, what do you when only idiots run for office, we're kind of stuck with it. Yeah, which is why I don't
Uh-huh.
really support the system. Yeah, it's I just anyway, I don't even want to put it out there. I was about to say something really negative about the whole thing.
Yeah, Teresa,
Um,
my dad and Simon are gonna get into it. They're gonna get into it.
yeah,
And like my dad's saying about this, it's very specific companies and types of life insurance and how you use it. Um,
yep, yep.
and um is Nelson still alive?
No, he just passed not
Yeah,
long ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
I would have loved to have
n-
had him on the show, Sean. That's a great idea.
94 or something he lived to. Yeah, just practical stories and just everything about the man. He was funny. He was so good live. And well, I never saw him live, but I've seen his videos. They're just great. Yeah, just a great, just a kind soul, good man. Just
Yeah.
everything about the man I just really respect and I appreciate. And there's so many other life insurance agents and people out there that are just after your money, and it's like that's not at all what he teaches. So just don't go with anybody. Go with somebody who's a Nelson Nash accredited person. So whatever
Mhm.
you do. Yeah. So yeah, Simon and I are going to be going through that. Um yes, the trusts. I'm meeting with the CEO and founder of a company, who's yet another person that I'm looking into, but I really like his work so far, and that's later this month, the 23rd of July. So I'll know a lot more for you guys about trust, but I think he's the real deal. We've really kind of put our feelers out, and I'm not gonna recommend anybody that I haven't used, done, dealt with, worked with, and all of that. So I'm making sure to vet these people personally
Mhm.
before I even mention who they are. Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, Radio Man, thanks. We love you. Yeah, that's a lot of that's going to be on our Patreon. $3 a month. Buy us a cup of coffee. That's as
Yep.
sleazy salesman as I get right there.
That's it.
But yeah, we eventually want to put everything over on Patreon too, so you all can kind of have one stop for all this. I'm going to keep throwing up. Uh, I've been on vacation and had a fun little food poisoning incident. Um, but I'll be throwing up more videos up there. I can't wait to do one with the professor. I certainly want to do one on there with Simon and Cody and whoever else is game to talk some high vibration, some life, and get your view on crypto and get down and dirty on it for everybody to check out.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Um,
we're gonna check your stuff out, Wayne. I see you. I owe you a phone call, sir.
yeah.
I'm not very
Yes,
good at
you
that.
do. Oh,
I apologize, but once we start talking, that's gonna be it for us. We're gonna be locked in, bro. So
there's
we're
something else
we already
too about
won.
our Patreon group too is I post all my videos there the day before they come out.
Hmm.
So you can watch them on Patreon commercial free. I know most people don't watch the commercials anyway, but anyway, it's just yet another thing.
Boz, much
Um,
love to you in Holland, brother.
yep. All right, B man, I gotta run. I got
Yeah,
groceries to unload and a boat to deal with here today.
real quick, Wayne, will you do you have the link to your channel so we can get that?
Yeah, that'd be great, Wayne. Post. I think you can post it in there, Wayne. It's on Twitter, right? I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's really good stuff, guys. It's very sound money. our forefathers, well, this nation's forefathers, what they meant for the people and the citizens of the world, and how that relates to crypto and sound money. It's really good stuff, really well written. Wayne is an incredible writer, by the way. So yeah, 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 good stuff. I got to run, guys.
All right,
B-man, I
sounds
got
good,
to
man.
go. I can't even stick around.
Love
They're
you, man.
over there.
I'll hang in until we get the link here.
Yeah.
Love you.
Robert Driscoll, glad you made it, man. Love you guys. I am out, and I will be doing some videos from the boat this week. All right.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too.